Okay, so let's begin with the Hbase installation. Okay, so as I said, for Hbase installation, the first thing you require is Zookeeper, and Zookeeper is a coordination service. That is something which you require. Okay, so let's begin with sudo yum install Zookeeper, this command. And as I said that this should be already installed because it must have been installed as a dependency. Okay, so let's start sudo yum install Zookeeper. Yeah, so package Zookeeper 3.45 already installed and latest version, nothing to do. Okay, so it is already installed. So next thing I need to do is I need to install Zookeeper server. Okay, so let me install Zookeeper server. Yes, so Zookeeper server is also installed. So once Zookeeper server is installed, then we need to give an ID to that particular server. Why do we need to give an ID? Because when we have a cluster of Zookeeper server, that is called as ensemble, so there each Zookeeper server should be aware of the ID of the other. Okay, they should be aware of each of ID. So unique ID we need to give to each of the Zookeeper server. So now one is there, so to the one server also we will give an ID. So for that you can simply execute this command sudo service Zookeeper server init -- my ID is equal to 1 - force. So this will basically create ID as my 1. Okay, so my ID, so ID for this particular Zookeeper is 1 now. Okay, with this command. Fine. So once it is done, now we can start the Zookeeper server. So let me just try starting the Zookeeper server. Sudo service Zookeeper server status. It's not running. Start. It's starting. Let me type JPS. Are you able to see quorum peer main? Third last, right? Yeah, so quorum peer main is your Zookeeper server. So it started. Status Zookeeper server is running. Okay, so simple installation of Zookeeper. Alright, next I need to install Hbase, sudo yum install Hbase. Let me try sudo yum install Hbase. So as I said, it should also nothing to do, latest version installed. Then Hbase master I need to install. So sudo yum install -y Hbase master. So Hbase master should get installed. It is installed. Okay. Now I need to update Hbase env.sh. Now you are aware Hadoop env.sh was there where we had updated the Java path. So here also we will update the Java path. Okay. So let me just type cat etc profile. So from etc profile I'll get the Java path. This is the Java path. I'll do vi etc hbase conf and hbase env.sh, and here basically on top or at the end you can write this property. So I have put this property here. Okay, now next is we are starting the Hbase service. So sudo service Hbase master start, and let us check the status. status it is failed. Okay, that's fine, let it get failed, we don't have any problem as of now. Let's do the rest of the installation and then we will start again. Okay, so let's configure this. Okay, we have configuring Hbase, we are configuring Hbase site.xml. So now you can make analogies. We had core site.xml, we had maprate site.xml, we had sdfs site.xml. The same way here we have Hbase site.xml, and Hive we had Hive site.xml. Okay, so these XMLs are important. So To enable sudo distributed mode, you must first make some configuration changes, open and insert the following XML properties. So these properties we need to put up. So let me just copy these properties from here. Okay, I have copied, and I'll open up vi etc hbase conf hbase site.xml, open it, and between configuration and configuration we need to paste it. So again I'll copy. It's challenging. Done. Okay, it's not properly done, so let me just do this way again, and let me open up a notepad. Let me paste there. Okay, it is paste. So property start, property close, value start, value close, description, after description closed, property closed here, and this is another property, then this is name and value, then description, okay, so almost it's done. Now let me just put it on. Is it done properly? This should be here, this should be here, description, okay, property, and there's a new property, value master. So the first property is Hbase Zookeeper .property.client port. So where Zookeeper is running at 2181 port. Then we have hbase.zookeeper.quorum. So quorum means the cluster, Zookeeper cluster ensemble. So only on master it is running. If your Zookeeper is running on multiple machines, then you'll have to write master, comma, second machine's name, comma, third machine's name. You got it right? So here it is written master. So because it is running only on one machine, Zookeeper, I have written only master. If it is running on more than one machine, I'll just write comma here, and I'll write the host name of that another machine. Okay, so Hbase can connect to any of the hosts. Then description, okay, this is fine. End of that property. Then there is a new property here, and value should come on a new line. Then name of the property is Hbase cluster distributed. So distributed mode is on now, although we are not going to make it distributed. Okay, we are making it on a single machine. Then Hbase root directory. Yes, so Hbase uses SDFS. So here it is written SDFS : //master : 8020/Hbase. This is the address of SDFS. So on SDFS / there will be a directory called as Hbase, where Hbase data will get stored. For Hive, as we have seen, under user there is a folder called as Hive, and under that there is a folder called as warehouse, where all the data of Hive gets stored. Similar way, Hbase data will get stored under this directory. Then Zookeeper parent Okay, so for Hbase unsecure, this will be the Z node's name. This will be a persistent Z node in Zookeeper. Okay, so these are Hbase site.xml properties we have configured, and now we have to sudo -u. We have to create a directory Hbase. So let's create a directory Hbase on HDFS. Okay, which is configured in the XML. Just now we have seen. Okay, so we have created, and we will basically give the ownership to the Hbase user. For that particular directory, we are giving ownership to the Hbase user, so that Hbase can freely add or delete or modify anything inside that directory. Now let us install Hbase region server. Okay, so this should be the last step. So sudo yum install Hbase region server. Okay, so once it is installed, then we'll have to make the services up. It is installed. Okay, so it says to make the region server service up and then reboot your system. So this is for one node. Okay, if you want to add one more node with a slave, steps are given below. Okay, from here, for slaves nodes, the whole configuration is same. The only difference is you just need to install region server. You need not to install master, hmaster. Okay, that's the only difference. So let's now try starting the services. I'll add that in restart.sh. So here only I'll add, so end, I'll add here /zookeeper. So for Zookeeper we have sudo service Zookeeper server restart. Then we have Hbase services sudo service Hbase master restart. We have sudo service Hbase region server restart. Okay, so these services should start. So let me just do sh restart.sh. So hope so that everything starts and works well. If it doesn't, then we will see the logs and try to find out a way why it's not getting started. Right, so let's now do JPS and check. We are able to see quorum pair running, we are able to see H region server running, we are able to see H master as well running. We have name node running, we have job tracker running. So all of these should be running. If name node is also not running, then also Essbase will not work. Why? Because it needs to communicate with name node to store the data in SDFS, right? So let's get into Essbase shell. Essbase space SHELL shell. So this should take us into Essbase shell. Wow. So now let me do status status, enter. Yeah, it says 1 servers, 0 dead, 2 average load, right? This means 2 average load means average load, that is load of a region. So this means there are 2 regions. 2 regions means there should be 2 tables, either one table and having 2 regions, or there should be 2 tables having one region, right? So I told you there are system or catalog tables. One is root, one is meta. So these 2 regions are basically meta and root. Okay. Why? Because if you will do status, and if you will do in single quotes, let me write detailed, detailed. So here you see root and meta. Okay, so 2 are there, right? Root and meta, 2 are there. Fine. So Essbase is also set up properly and up and running. Let's just get into the UIs of Essbase. Okay, so UIs of Essbase, let's see here. Master colon 60010, enter. This is the UI for Hbase. Here also, if I see load average, it's 2. Catalog tables, root and meta. So 2 tables are there, right? 2 tables are there. Let me just create a table and see the changes. Okay, let me just create a table. Create T1. T1 is a table. Then column family I'll create. Column family I'll create as info. So T1 is a table and column family is info. Okay, so table created, and let me just refresh this. So user table T1 is created. Are you able to see? Right? And now if I check the status detailed, so T1 is there, meta is there, and root is there, and summary if you will see, so number of online regions we have 3. Okay, and let's do simple status. So average load is 3 now, because there are 3 regions. Is it clear? Right? So now one table is having only 1 region as of now. As the table size will grow, it will not grow for you, for me, because we are not using data in terabytes. Okay, even in GBs we are not using. Okay, so there's a policy. Okay, it always gets splitted in some GBs. Okay, so in that case only, otherwise we can manually split it also. That is one another option. So then you can have more than 1 regions for your table. Fine. So Hbase installation is successful, and we are able to see basically we have been able to create the data a table, and let's just insert something into it. Okay, although this tomorrow I'll be telling you these things. Okay, if I want to store something, okay, I'll just type list. This will give me a list of tables. Only T1 table is present. Okay, so what I will do, I will put some data, and where in table T1 I'll put, and row number I have to put. Row number I'll give 1, and then I will write in which column family I need to put. So column family I have named as info, and at runtime we need to create columns. So I'll write name. Okay, so name is a column, and then I'll write value. Okay, so the value is, what should the value? A name. It is loaded. If you want to do that select star kind of thing, you want to view the data, then scan, and then table T1, and then that's it. Okay, so row ID is 1, column family info, column name, timestamp by default, and Amr is the value. Okay, now if I want to update, I have updated. Now if you will query, it is changed, right? This is what we are not able to do in SDFS. We are not able to change some data value, but here we are able to do so. Okay, and this is why now basically this data is not has not got inside SDFS. Okay, let's check. In SDFS we will have Hbase directory. It's here. Inside that root meta 2 tables are there, and T1 is here. Under T1, this is region, this is the name of the region. Under that, this is the name of the column family. Under that, nothing is there. So everything we are able to retrieve from val, write ahead logs, we are able to get from there, and everything is there in the memory also. So let me do flush T1. Now I should get both the I should get that entry there, right? So let me check the SDFS. The file has been created, and just see Amr. Okay, so this is H file format, but we are able to see Amr is written here and Amrita is written here. It is not yet deleted. Amr is not yet deleted. It is still there. So as I was saying, it creates one more entry. I have flushed now, that's why one file is created. If I insert something, then it may insert another file, and after some time compaction thread will run and will combine. Okay, so let's say if I put something else, let's say now I put another record. Okay, the record can be for Aman, I'll put, and row ID I'll put 2. Okay, and let's flush, and now let us go to 2 files are created. This is for Aman. Okay, and after some time we may see that the 2 files are merged into a single file, that is compaction. Okay, so you understood how it is managing. It is just creating new entries, and it has a process of basically clearing out the smaller files by merging them into a single big size file. Okay.
Afterwards it will clear that first file.
Okay, I'll tell you that. There is a concept of version. So by default it maintains 3 versions. Okay, so if I will write scan this way, and let's say I write now, you are able to see Amrita as well as Amar for record 1, because I have written show me the previous 3 versions. This means show me the previous 3 versions. So if one record has been modified, it will fetch existing, the current one, and previous 2. So 3 it will show. Okay, so we have done only once. Okay, so 2 records we are able to see. Okay, so it will maintain till 3 it will maintain, and then it will delete. Okay, fine. So I hope you will be able to install Hbase, right?